Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be doing another bargain video. So we're going to start over here with a couple of books. We have a metal cutting and technical guide from Sandvik, which is all about turning, milling, drilling, boring, and tool holding. And I actually got this as quite a find. I was in line, and there was a bin of books sitting next to me, like a little cart, and I happened to see this, so that's kind of cool. And while at the same thrift store, I found a Hungarian English dictionary, which is kind of cool. I collect foreign language dictionaries. Unfortunately, while at that same thrift store, I lost one of my favorite hats. I was very sad. It fell out of my pocket, and someone apparently picked it up and walked away with it because they didn't turn it in. So, not happy about that. We have a golf club here, and I showed off recently a walking stick that my wife purchased made out of a golf club. So I bought this one, see if I can make my own. It wasn't until after I bought it that I discovered it was a left-handed golf club. So how do you like that? I'm just going to drop that in the floor. Now we have The Legend of Zorro, Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Con Air with Nicolas Cage, because nobody plays Nicolas Cage better than Nicolas Cage. The Host. I actually wasn't thrilled with this movie. I heard really great things about it, and I rented it back when you could rent things, when people rented things. And I was like, but it's got commentary on it, so maybe I can figure out what the heck the director meant to do. Maybe it'll make me appreciate the film more. We have an episode of Justice League. I believe this is the Origins episode. 10 items or less, a Morgan Freeman film, which I bought cold. I saw this, his face on it, I read the synopsis, I'm like, what the heck, I'll pick it up. A twofer pack, 28 days later and 28 weeks later. My wife was a big fan of the first movie and liked the second one. I just see them as nightmare fuel, and they are so stupid trying to make science fiction zombies. I've covered that in a video before. It just dumbfounds me how silly it was. If they just said zombies are magic, everything would have been fine. The Battle for Terra, which is a film I've heard is really, really bad, and I want to find out. Roy Schneider in Blue Thunder, a film about a helicopter. I saw this in the theaters when it was released, and it was really cheesy, so I picked up a copy. Here we have a bread pan. You may think, why does he have a bread pan? Well, this is a really, really heavy gauge bread pan. And we have a heavy gauge bread pan already, and we have like a more conventional aluminum one. Now we have two heavy gauge ones, so I'll be getting rid of the aluminum one. My wife prefers the heavy gauge ones. We have a insulated, reusable drink cup, built-in straw that's got a little retention thing so it doesn't fall out and get lost. Starbucks wants like $9 for one of those. I found one for $2. I bring it to Starbucks with me when I get my smoothies. I have an LED flashlight that has a. This is from Rayovac. It's got a solar panel and a crank. Picked that up. It was on sale. Picked up this thumb drive for $2. I saw it. I'm like, how big's a thumb drive? What's on it? The cashier's like, I don't know. We found it in a pocket of someone's sports coat they donated. There were 3 of them. So I brought it home, and it's a 1 gigabyte thumb drive, and it has nothing on it, but it makes a nice little red glow when you plug it in. It looks like some kind of swag, like it might have had some kind of corporate purpose or another, but I figured, thumb drive is a thumb drive. Some of these are giant, flexible ties, and I had been thinking of getting some of these just to try them, see how useful they are, but I didn't feel like paying full price, and I got these on sale, so I figured I'd give it a try and see if I like the design concept. If I do, maybe I might get some more, because you never know when you're going to need something to hold, something to bundle up a bunch of cables or hose or something like that. Now we have a 6-gallon or 2.3 liter, or 23 liter jerry can, a plastic jerry can. This is designed for water, and it's never been used for anything else but water. It's from Reliance, is the company name. And I've found myself here at the house having to move like a 5-gallon bucket of water somewhere for something. And it's really awkward because, it's a 5-gallon open bucket. It's always sloshing over the place, and it's wide, so it's difficult to carry it and walk with it. This has a built-in spout, and it's narrow, and it was $2. I'm like, cool. That'll save me some sloppy mess. Then we have a couple of pieces of ceramic. We have this small one here, It's a really nice thin wall. The person actually knew what they're doing. It doesn't appear to have any markings on it. Then we have this one, which I just picked up today for $2. I liked the edge is chipped. I know this, but I like the shape and the colors were nice. And it has a signature on the bottom. I have no idea what direction the signature is supposed to go in. I'm thinking probably that way. But it was nicely executed, and I thought it would be a nice addition to my collection. I like the shape. That round shape is cool. Then we have some bells. It's only 2 Sleighs bells, but they were pretty decently priced, and they have a really nice sound. And the clappers, that one looks original. Those don't look original. Well, my wife likes bells. Now we have goggles. I picked these up. They're attached together with a fixable piece of bead chain, and this is here to, you know, little tube to protect your face, your nose, and they fit really nicely. I tried them on, and they are from, what the heck's that say? I got no idea what that says. Yeah, no idea. I can't read it. My contrast vision stinks too much. Sorry, but they're really cool. I figured I got to find some use for those in a costume. Just put a strap on them, you know, some flexible rubber band strapping stuff. And here we have the find of the day. That is a mallet. Now, I've been looking for a wooden mallet to add to my collection of tools as a tool. And a lot of the ones I've been finding, I bump into a lot of mallets. In fact, today I found an incredibly large number of handmade ones out of like raw wood. So they were like natural burls. They're all very ugly, but somebody made them by hand and used them. But this one it's got pegs holding it together for reinforcement. It still has the original, it looks like the original spline in there. It vaguely looks like Mjolnir. It has a really nice balance and weight to it as far as, you know, as a tool it goes. And while this is going to sound very strange to people out there who are non-theists and not animists, this has a great feel to it. It has a great vibe. I would go so far as to say it has a great feeling, a great spirit in it. That's something that's important to me. And all the other mallets I've picked up in the last year or so that I've been looking didn't have that. They also couldn't do, oops, just right. There we go. They also couldn't do that, which is kind of cool, because again, it makes me think of Mjolnir. So there we have it. It's a bunch of tools, a bit of artwork, some movies, a couple of books, you know, a nice collection of things that I can add to my repertoire of references and tools. And I'll be clearing some stuff out, like the pan, and once I get these videos will eventually be stripped. We'll keep the discs, we get rid of the cases. So they don't take up a lot of space. We have one DVD case which is designed for DJs. It's a CD case for DJs, and it holds 600 discs, and that one's full. And then we have another one we've started, and that will also hold 600 discs. So we have quite a bit of space to go. I think we've only got about 50 or 60 videos in that particular case so far. And the goggles and the hammer are just an awesome find.